Welcome back to Two Movies, One Pod with your host, Em and Kinka. I'm Em.
I'm Kinka.
And on today's episode, we're discussing two holiday movies. 1987's Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, written and directed by John Hughes, starring Steve Martin and John Candy.
Those are the only two people in the movie, believe it or
I
not.
was about to say another person.
And 1990s Home Alone, also written by John Hughes, but directed by Chris Columbus, not the explorer Christopher Columbus, but the filmmaker Chris Columbus, whose I think his last movie was Pixels with Adam Sandler, but that's besides the point. And starring Macaulay Culkin, Joe Pesci, and Daniel Stern. And, I mean, Catherine O'Hara, but, I mean, do we consider her? I don't know. She's not as important. She fucked up. Left Kevin alone. Kevin Malone.
It's not Kevin Malone. It's Kevin McAllister, but yeah.
Kevin alone. Kevin Malone.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. These movies, they're movies. Holiday movies.
Are they though? Yeah, they are. They're just holiday movies. So, yeah.
Light fare compared to the rest of the spooky stuff we've been doing. This
Definitely.
is somewhat of a shift, but hey, I mean, the spooky season, that's technically holiday movies. It's just a different holiday.
More fun. Yeah.
More fun. More to
A
talk
better
about.
Holiday. Yes. So yeah, these movies are movies, and so I wanted to ask you, Kinka, how strong is John Hughes' influence in Home Alone, despite him only writing that movie?
I think it's decently strong. Keep in mind, you've seen more John Hughes movies than me. You're a huge John Hughes fan.
I know. I didn't even know I was until we talked about it. Yeah.
I've not seen The Breakfast Club. I've not seen 16 Candles. I've not seen...
What else was it?
I've seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Weird Science.
Yeah. For some reason, I know it's
a bunch
someone
of 80s
else.
movies.
Someone else directed Heathers, but for some reason in my head, Heathers is a John Hughes movie.
Yeah, no, it's not. But yeah, it's like all those 80s movies, yeah.
Yeah, he like later in his life, he completely shunned public life and was very private. But that's besides the point. I think, since I haven't seen his older movies, I'm not certain of his style there, but the influence, considering he wrote and directed Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, the influence between that movie and Home Alone, which came afterwards, is pretty evident. There's a lot of, it's always that damn traveling, always those pre-9/11 airports where you could just run up and be like, I need to get in there right now.
Yeah, it's pre-TSA.
Yeah, if you did that nowadays, you'd be on like a public freakout thing. Yeah, Karen. But
yeah, and you would be like on the no-fly list or some shit.
Yeah,
like they would be like
tased and incarcerated.
Yeah. So crazy.
I don't know, they both have that holiday comedy, the traveling, the shenanigans. There's lots of shenanigans in these movies.
Yes, very rapscallion of them.
They're shenanigan heavy. There's troublemaking is afoot.
Yes. Rapscallion. Menace.
An overload of tomfoolery.
Yes, very much so. So many hijinks going on.
So much.
Unintentional things happening.
What do you mean?
But unintentional hijinks, like pranking and stuff, but it's like actually just bad shit happening to them. It's like, and we'll get to it if these things actually happen to people. Like...
Yeah, like how realistic are these movies, really?
Yeah, exactly. It's reaching. If you have that much bad luck, you don't need to travel. Just don't go anywhere ever again, because...
Stay your ass at home. And don't get a lottery ticket.
No. But so you said that the influence is strong?
Yeah, like this Home Alone. There's no reason why John Hughes didn't direct Home Alone. Honestly, for all intents and purposes, to me, it's a John Hughes movie. Especially considering other things that Chris Columbus has done, it doesn't feel very Chris Columbus. I mean, kind of. Chris Columbus directed the first 2 Harry Potter movies.
He did. That's where I've seen his name. Okay.
Yeah, and he directed that Percy Jackson movie that no one liked. I liked it when I was a kid, because I was a kid and I didn't know what was good yet.
Right.
But I don't know. Like the only, and I think Chris Columbus also directed Gremlins. I think. I could be wrong, but so like Chris
I don't know that
Columbus, you don't know Gremlins?
Oh, I thought you said Grapplings. I was like, I don't know what movie that is.
Gremlins. The
Grapplings.
Gremlins. Also a Christmas
Oh,
movie.
yeah. It is.
See, I'm making sure that he directed it. I'm not just making shit up. But, I mean, like, a child being the main character is really the only, like, Chris Columbusism about it, really. The rest of it, I
Right.
don't know. John Candy. Okay, no.
Yeah.
Chris Columbus wrote Gremlins. He didn't direct it. My
Okay.
apologies.
Well, that's a difference. Yeah, but he's still affiliated with it, so that's something, right?
Yeah.
But
What
yeah.
do you think?
I think that, I think his influence is pretty strong. Like I said, these movies share a few actors. So obviously I'm sure that had something to do with, that John Hughes and what he probably preferred or, just recommended like who should play who. And all of these 80s movies have like this fucking special touch to them that I'm just obsessed with. Not these ones, but the other ones.
All of them
like
except for the
Breakfast
only...
Club.
All of them from the entire
All of
decade
them-
except the exact 2 that we're talking about? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Well, we
Yeah,
chose
like
good ones
Breakfast
then.
Club and 16 Candles and Weird Science are like some of my all-time favorite movies from the 80s. But these, I don't know if it's because they're holiday movies. Maybe that's why they don't hit the same, but I think it could be, actually. I think it could be because I'm not watching Planes, Trains, and Automobiles in the summer. I'm not watching Home Alone in the summer. These are strictly holiday movies, and maybe that's why they don't... Like, maybe that's why they falter a little bit, is because they're strictly just holiday movies. These other ones are all the time, anytime movies. You know what I mean? So maybe that's why, I feel that way. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel with holiday movies, they're somewhat special because it's like, oh, I only get to watch this out of a few months in the year. Is it actually a
Right.
good time to watch it? So kind of makes it a little bit special. Like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, I think at this point I've watched it every year around Thanksgiving for like a long time in a row. Can't tell you how long.
I have
but
not. I've only ever seen it one other time.
Really,
So, yeah.
it's a classic. Home Alone. Who gives a fuck? Okay, we're gonna probably make some people mad, but
Yeah,
who gives a
we're
fuck
gonna
about
get-
Home Alone?
For real. It's like, I don't know why there's so much hype around it. And we'll obviously, I'm sure, get into it maybe, but maybe we can just do that now. What the fuck? And it has Home Alone 2, Home Alone 3, Home Alone 4, and then you've changed the actors. It's
Home
just
Alone
not...
X.
Yeah, Saw X, Home Alone X. I mean, honestly, same fucking movie, really. But it's just like, I don't know. It's not that great of a movie. It's okay. It's whatever, All these people, like, make it a staple every year. A Christmas Story, Home Alone, all of them suck. The only Christmas movies I like or holiday movies are National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and... like, the classics, in my opinion, the Santa Claus, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Nightmare Before Christmas, those types of things. But
What about It's a Wonderful Life? We love It's a Wonderful Life. 'cause
I don't care. I've never
it's
seen it.
such
I don't
a-
give a fuck about it.
You should watch it. It's a very sad movie.
Yeah, that's probably why I haven't watched it. But yeah, it's just I don't know. Everyone's always hyped these movies up. Like I told Kinka when I was in fucking third grade or some shit. We did like a Christmas concert and we sang the fucking Home Alone song, the song from Home Alone. And everyone's like, oh, Home Alone. I'm like, the fuck? I've never seen this movie and I don't want
what?
to. It's just, yeah, I'm like, everyone's just always hyped this shit up. And now that I've seen it, I'm like, that was so underwhelming. Maybe it was cute for the time. This in 1990, maybe it was super cute and it's a classic, but like now I'm just like, I don't know, maybe I've had to have seen it when I was a kid to have that nostalgia factor, but since I haven't, I've never seen the whole thing through and I never gave a fuck to do it. I'm just like, okay, it's a movie. It'll be out. Like, I don't give a fuck, you know?
Yeah, I think that's the problem with both of us. We both didn't see it when we were kids. We both don't care.
Yeah.
Well, not a problem, but the thing rather than the problem.
Yeah, our opinion.
Our opinions are like this because I never gave a fuck. I don't like. Who cares?
Yeah.
About this?
Yeah. I don't want to see some kid left at home pulling all this pranks and hijinks.
It's like Skinamarink. He wakes
Yeah,
up and
I'm
he's
like-
all alone.
Yeah. It's just, I don't care. And honestly, I'm not even trying to be a bitch. I don't think like the pranks and shit are funny. Like, it's like, oh yeah, you fucking lubed up the sidewalk and someone broke their back. Like, it's cool to see it because obviously these men are bad guys. But I'm not, like, I don't think, like, people busting their ass and shit like that, unless it's kind of warranted. I don't know. It just depends on the situation. But I don't think people going through stuff like that is funny. I'm not a child. And it's okay if anyone out there thinks it's funny. I just don't. That's not my humor. I don't think that shit's funny. I'm like, oh, cool. They busted their head open on the sidewalk. Wow. That's so funny. I'm fucking slapping my leg. Like, no, I don't care. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted. When it's funny, it is funny, but it's not. Just the act of doing it isn't funny. It needs to be
right.
funny.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make it funny. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it becomes the Looney Tunes. Right? They're like, whoa,
right, exactly,
and whatnot.
It's
but
like,
I don't know.
okay. And
It's
then you have
just-
the sequels. How many times can you do this motherfucking movie?
Yeah.
What?
How
How
many-
many times is he left at home alone?
Yeah, at this point, Kevin.
They don't love him.
Kevin, what's his last name again?
I almost said Malone.
Yeah,
McAllister.
At this point, Kevin McAllister needs to contribute to paying rent for how often he's home alone.
For real. They don't give a fuck.
They don't care. Like,
It's
Child
sad,
Protective
honestly.
Services never got involved
Needs to
in all
step
these
in, yeah.
sequels.
Yeah, it's crazy. So the score in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is very dated and 80s. But how does it compare to John Williams' score in Home Alone, in your opinion?
This is the thing. John Williams is what one of the greatest composers of however the fuck he's been alive.
Alive?
But his score in Home Alone is not his best.
No,
It's just-
it'll be out. It's
just
not that good.
It's just
Yeah.
it's vaguely holiday sounding. It's like
Right.
like
Yeah, what company did this? Universal? Like,
think
who
Fox
owns the
did.
rights to... Okay,
Well,
because
Disney owns it now.
It's very like, okay, I said this earlier. The Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, like, I love, this isn't even fucking about the score. It's just really about the whole thing. I like how adult Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is. I like it. That one scene where Steve Martin literally says fuck more than I've ever said it in my whole life in the span of like 2 minutes is amazing. But then, like, I guess Home Alone is just too childish for me. And I feel like the score reflects that. Do you feel me? Like, it feels more, not corporate, but like more overhead. Like, there's more, you know what I mean?
safer.
Yeah, safer, and it's giving someone at the top said, I want this shit to sound like this. You know what I mean? Like, it's giving Fox Media, or like, you know what I mean? But like with Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, it's just more whimsical and it fits a little better.
But the music, the music in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles does not fit the movie at all to me. It's so.
Oh, wait.
out of
Wasn't there
pocket.
something that was going on and you're like, this does not match? What was it?
Yeah, like when he's trying to hail a cab
what
and
was
Kevin
it?
Bacon is there or something, and the music
Yeah.
it sounds like salsa music or
Yeah.
something. Like, what is going on?
Yeah,
here?
that's so random. Okay, I have to tell you something. I don't remember the music like that in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. You just reminded me of that.
I do. It's
So
very
maybe
synth heavy
I'm-
and very, very
It's
like
giving
funky.
80. Yeah, it's very 80s. Yeah, it's 80s. It's like
It doesn't fit at all.
yeah, but I
Look up
just
who did that for
I just-
music.
yeah, I just don't love I don't know. I'm just why am I mad at Christmas right now? Maybe it's just because I just don't like Home Alone. I just don't give a fuck about any of it. I don't. It's not that good of a movie. The only good part is okay, the only cool part about that movie is when he uses the TV and he like gets the pizza and like gets the bad guys away, and he uses the TV like with the guy saying like, "Oh, I'm
Don't
gonna
get me
shoot
started
you."
with that fucking movie on the TV. How many times? How many times are you gonna
I
show that in
know.
the damn movie? How many
I know.
times is
It
it
is
gonna, is the
annoying.
same exact thing gonna happen over and over as well?
Right.
Where it's like, has no one heard of this movie before? Because
Right, and
these
yeah.
people, they stand outside. It's like, oh my god, what's going on in there? Haven't you? It's like the God. It's like it looks like it's the
Yeah, it's
Godfather
like
or
a
something. You're telling me
common
you
movie.
haven't seen that movie?
I just think that idea that he did was kind of funny and cool. Like that's actually really smart. But
Robbery.
and I like the man. Huh?
Robbery.
Yeah. No. No, him like using the movie as like a sound to like
rob
lure
a
them
pizza
away.
man?
No, he gave them the money.
No, he didn't give him the full price.
Yeah, he did. He just didn't tip well.
Oh, okay.
He gave him his money, Kinka. Stop making shit up.
I mean, give Kevin Malone a few years, he's gonna be a
Oh
criminal.
my god. Oh. Well, obviously, this movie, you know how people, they say, oh yeah, they kill animals and then they kill people? This is literally Kevin Malone's, like, startup. This is before he,
Yeah,
like,
this is
becomes a
Wake
killer.
up call.
Yeah.
His parents need
His
to do
parents
something.
should be
There's a
concerned.
reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason his parents locked him in that attic.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, that's why he lives in the attic. We're, like, trying to feel bad for him. We're like, oh, he has such a hard life. No, he's
a
there for a
menace.
reason. He is a menace. But and I'll say I think it was sweet about the old man, you know, the neighbor, how Kevin was so scared of him, and then they end up going to church on Christmas Eve and talking. I thought that was actually kind of sweet, and everything else is stupid. That's all.
It's so weird to me that Joe Pesci did this movie the same year he did Goodfellas. Such a fucking opposite.
He's a good actor, but it's just this movie. Just I don't know. There's something about it. I just don't. You know what? I have a problem with child actors, as y'all may know. No, I
Really?
do. Maybe it's that.
Every
Maybe
time
it's
as a
that.
child in a movie, you're always like, they sucked and they
Yeah,
ruined the
so-
movie.
Yeah, so maybe it's that. It's not Macaulay Culkin's fault. I just don't like kids in movies. I don't know why. Unless it's a kid. Well, this is a kid's movie, but I don't know. I like Catherine O'Hara in this movie more than any of the goddamn kids. And she's terrible her character's terrible, but like
Terrible
her
mother.
as a person, I like her. So I don't know. Anyways, I'm getting upset. But anyways, so yeah.
The music, I mean, this is, you know, I've known for a long time that John Williams scored Home Alone. So I'm like, okay, well, that's something to look forward to when I ever watch it. But no, it's just, I don't know. I don't know if I make people mad and people love his score in Home Alone, but it is so unremarkable comparatively to, I mean, think of Star Wars, Indiana Jones, all those iconic themes in those movies. Jaws. And then what? Here, it's just whimsical Christmas music. Shenanigan
and that's-
tunes.
Yeah, it just doesn't hit the
It
same.
just doesn't do it. Both the music in both these isn't very good.
I agree.
It's weird. I would have preferred no score in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles versus the score that was there. Do these movies deserve to be holiday classics that get rewatched every single year? In your opinion, in your own words, show your work.
I think I will.
Give examples.
Okay. I think Planes, Trains, and Automobiles should be rewatched every year because we don't have enough Thanksgiving movies. I actually like that it's not a fucking Christmas movie. I really do appreciate that because that shit's annoying. And you know what I mean? We have enough traveling Christmas movies. I'm good. I like that it's a Thanksgiving movie. Home Alone, listen. There's far better movies than Home Alone, but if you're going to watch Home Alone, watch the first one. Don't watch the second one. Are the other ones even Christmas movies?
I have no idea.
I don't even know. I have no idea.
I
so
barely knew
fuck
anything
'em.
about this one.
That's
How am
what
I
I
going to know
say.
about the others?
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I say. The first one is, the Home Alone. No.
No Alone.
Watch it once every 3 years. You know those movies you can't watch every year because you literally just remembered it? You're like, you know what I mean? Fuck this. Okay, listen. Watch Home Alone when you're wrapping presents or when you're making Christmas dinner or
when you're doing
the
something.
tree. Right. Have it on in the background. That's a good one. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Perfect movie to watch after the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade. My favorite part about holiday besides the food, but besides Thanksgiving food, is the parade. So watch this movie afterwards or after you eat and you're on the couch with all your family. Everyone's dying because they're so goddamn full. Put this movie on.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, not closely watch it, but just chill. Just watch it and have it on in the background.
And laugh and
That's
have
my
a
answer.
good time watching a good movie with not very good score.
Yes. Yes. What about you? Do you think people should rewatch this every year?
Why not? Let people do what they want.
Yeah. Yeah, go
Doesn't
ahead.
put-
I won't.
As long as you're
I
the one
won't.
watching it every year. As long as I'm not doing it, you go
Right.
ahead.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what you do, but yeah, I don't want to watch it. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I can watch that more than once every year. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
But
I like it.
Home Alone, no.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to do okay. Yeah, I was just about to say something, but anyways.
Well, I mean, you say it. Why not? We're done with that.
Why is Home Alone remembered specifically for the slapstick trap shenanigans when it's really only the last 20 minutes of the movie?
Maybe because it's the only memorable part of it. The only
Yeah,
thing worth
or-
worth a damn.
Yeah, when you're watching Saw, it all comes back to Saw, really. When you're watching Saw, you're not listening to the story. I am, but the majority of people aren't there for the story. They're there for the traps. That's what you remember. So just like Saw, you're remembering his hijinks from the movie. You're not remembering his fucking idiot brother who's a dick to him, that he didn't get his cheese pizza, that his family left him at home.
Went to
That's what
Paris.
I'm remembering. I'm not remembering the traps. I can give a fuck less. I'm remembering that he got left at home. That's traumatizing.
Well, to be
You
fair,
know?
I think the one thing that everyone knows about Home Alone is that he got left alone.
Is that he's got home?
because the name of the movie
Yeah, because-
is Home Alone. Okay, I don't think
That
that's a
makes
valid
sense.
criticism.
That makes sense. That makes sense. You're right. I totally forgot this movie was called Home Alone. I just thought it was called Saw the
Kevin
prequel.
does a trap.
But yeah, Kevin Malone is Home Alone.
Even
but
that
yeah.
still has Home Alone in the title.
Yeah. But yeah, so go ahead. I'm sorry, I just had to say that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the most, for better or worse, iconic aspect of the movie is the traps, is the shenanigans, and the rest of the franchise is built upon that. Assumedly, I haven't seen any of them, but like similar to
Yeah,
Saw.
we have.
Similar to Saw.
We
The
have
first
no
Saw movie
idea.
doesn't
Yeah.
have any traps. It's just a thriller, and these people in a bathroom, bathtub room, a broom tub bath. Um, and then later on they realize, okay, this is what gets the most attention about these movies. I like how we should have done Home Alone in the first Saw movie. That's what we should have.
For real. I was gonna tell you when we were thinking of things to talk about for this episode, I was gonna say something about like Saw and Home Alone. I swear I was gonna say that.
We already did the first Saw and the second Saw. In
Yeah.
my favorite episode of the podcast that you can watch if you're already here. Just fucking, you can find it. It's the longest goddamn thing ever.
It's our most viewed episode, and it's so good
Yeah.
because we have our special guests on it.
Yeah, Semlins and Mackenzie are the reason for the views.
Yeah.
But
Anyways.
that's an aside.
Yeah.
It's just what am I even talking about again? The traps?
Yeah,
the pranks?
that's
What
the most memorable
What do you even call
part.
these?
Yeah.
Traps? I mean, are they not traps? They're traps. They're movie traps.
Yeah, they're booby traps. Yeah, so.
Literally, Kevin McAllister is
Oh my god.
a Jigsaw apprentice. He just doesn't know
For
it
real.
yet.
Yeah. Maybe that's who Dr. Gordon is from Saw is
Kevin McAllister.
McAllister.
That's why he changed his name, changed everything, became a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Just
No,
because they're
but he's
blonde.
his apprentice. No, yeah, because they're white and they're blonde. So,
I mean, theories have been built upon with less, I guess.
yeah.
But it's just, I don't know. Like, there's these really famous movies that are remembered for very specific things that, aren't the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of them and I'm being drawn to a blank, but they exist, I swear.
Or you could say The Room is very, like, iconic for its lines, but that's not the whole movie. You know what I mean? I mean, the whole movie is pretty
The whole
fucked, but
movie is-
like, there's a few lines that I literally say this shit by myself when I'm at home.
Mhm.
Like, that's how substantial it is to me. And fuck the whole movie. I don't give a fuck, but it's the few lines that will never leave my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what that movie's known
Crazy.
for.
Yeah, the movie is like a suburban tragedy of a man that commits suicide after getting cheated on by his best friend
Yeah.
to his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Have I told you this? I saw The Room in theaters and Tommy Wiseau was there and I met him.
No! Oh my god! What?
Yeah.
This is a Christmas episode, a Thanksgiving episode, but yeah. What?
Yeah.
Was he cool? Was he nice? Was he weird?
I mean, he just is who he is. Yeah. That's
Is
how
he
he
weird
is.
though?
He's very
Yeah.
energetic. He was throwing unused underwear in the crowd. His merch.
What? Oh, that's so cool. What year was that?
I think it was 2017. I think it was around the time that
And he was-
that movie came out about what's it called, The Disaster Artist. So it was like the hype
Did you
was
go
kind of
to
brought
a-
back up.
Did you go to a big theater? Is that why he was there?
It wasn't big. It's just that he like runs these screenings of the movie. This is like how this is how he makes his money nowadays. He runs screenings. They go all over the country, maybe the world. I don't know.
Wow.
And just have screenings where people make fun of the movie, and he just is there while people make fun of his movie.
That's sad and weird.
Yeah, I mean, he makes money.
at
I
least
guess
he's there. Yeah, whatever. Anyways.
To this day, I don't know if he's in on the joke or not, but he's there. But anyways, that's
Yeah,
an aside.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it. And remember, I said when we were watching the movie, we were like less than halfway through the movie, and I said, the traps are gonna be like the last 20 minutes or so of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the traps started, you had me pause it. Right when the traps started, you had me pause it.
Yeah, I wanted to
23
know, and it
minutes
was
left.
literally, yeah, I was about to say it's 23 minutes left, and I was like, are you fucking serious, bro? This whole movie is him talking about it, the robbers talking about coming into this kid's house, but they gotta go get something to eat, and they gotta wait for it to get nighttime, you know, and then Kevin's gotta go to midnight mass and do all this bullshit, like, you know, New Year's Eve mass, do all this stuff.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of pussyfooting.
Exactly. Putting it off to the very last minute, why don't
Yeah.
you?
And that it's
Wow.
just I just don't like it. I don't care. I don't like it. I don't care. I don't care. Who cares
Same.
about Home Alone? Who cares?
I don't
I
know.
need to
If you-
know who cares. Someone needs
Yeah,
to let
if
me
you
know
care.
who cares.
Yeah.
It's so nothing. It's just I don't know. I guess we just
It's-
don't understand it because we didn't watch it when we were
No.
kids.
Right. And that's what, and then I sit here and say, I love the fucking Polar Express. Is it a great movie? Probably not, but I like it because I watched it when I was a kid every Christmas Eve with my cousin.
I
And it
hate
holds
the
a very
Polar Express.
Right. It's not that good of a movie, but
terrible.
because I watched it as a kid, I'm obsessed. Not obsessed, but like it's a staple for me.
Of your life.
I can't wait for Christmas Eve now. I'm so excited just
That
to like
movie is
do shit like
demonic
that.
and ghoulish. It's
yeah, it is
the
bad.
characters in the movie look like reanimated corpses.
Yeah, they do. So you know what? I take back what I
Sorry.
said. If anybody has that same feeling about Home Alone, I understand. And I understand because if I can like reanimated corpses and fucking CGI fake people, I get that
Fake
you would
people?
like CGI.
Meets the
um
less than meets the eye.
less than meets the eye. So yeah, I get it that this movie could hold some, and it was in the 1990s, and that's when my generation was growing up, so I get it. But we didn't watch that. We
No.
watched cuter shit. I like I said, Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
The res-
Um,
the res-
um,
it's a reservation.
Yeah, what's the one with the guy, the town, the Christmas that wasn't, or something like that?
Christmas that never was? Something like that?
Yeah, what
It's
the
like when
fuck
Santa
ever,
didn't
or like,
come that year or something?
yeah, that one. The one with the Ice King, the Ice Guy, and the Heat Guy. I think that's that movie.
Jack Frost and the
Yeah,
guy that
that's
is
shit.
on fire. The movie, the major motion
Yeah,
picture.
yeah, yes.
That's his name.
Yeah, the guy that's on fire, and he's always kind of pissed. You know what I mean?
Well, he's on
That's
fire.
me. I am that guy. Holy fuck.
But no, for me, I
Pissed.
would watch.
But yeah.
I think this was late '90s, early 2000s. They had that Disney Christmas one where it had like Mickey and Goofy.
Oh
and
fuck yeah, I
Donald.
watched that too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I like that one.
they all had their own.
It's like Disney
going
Christmas
on.
Carol.
Yeah,
Or
it's similar.
something.
Oh, and the Muppets Christmas Carol. How could I
Fuck
forget?
yeah, I know. I like
absolute
I like the Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey as the voice. I like that
God.
one.
That's also
A little
monstrous.
too scary.
That's,
Yeah, a
that's
little
like the
too
Polar
scary.
Express. It's literally the same people that made
Right.
Polar Express make that
Okay.
monstrosity.
But I do like the Muppets one way better. And the Muppets, they came out with a Christmas movie like recently, like a couple years ago. So good. We should
really?
do that. We should do Muppets movies for Christmas for December.
What is it called? I don't remember
fucking-
this.
I don't know. It's like they're trying to race to like they have a goal. You know, all these movies do.
I'd hope a movie has a goal.
No, but it's hold on, let me look it up. It's Muppets. It is what? Ew. Oh, there's like old Muppets Christmas movies from like the 80s, 87. That one is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the one that came out and David Arquette's in it, Joan Cusack's in it, and it came out in 2010.
Oh yeah. Just like you said last year.
Oh my god.
What is it called?
Matthew Lillard is in it. It's called The Muppets. Oh, a very Muppet Christmas movie. Really?
Okay.
Are you
2010.
sure?
Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh my god. Aww. Is this that one? Okay. There's a different one.
This is
It
a Muppet
came out-
podcast now.
No, it came out like very recently. Like within the
Like
past
in the past 15 years, apparently.
No, in the past like 5 years.
Okay.
I'm getting pissed.
Did you
Oh,
like
I
dream
fucking
this?
found it.
Oh, okay. It does
A
exist.
Muppets Christmas Letter to Santa, bitch. That's what it's called. And it came out in 2008.
That's even older than
What?
the one you just brought up.
Okay, well, it'll be out. I saw it like a year ago and I was like, oh, fuck,
Yeah.
this is
It's been
new.
out for
It
like
was new
20
to me.
years.
It was new to me. That's why.
It's new
That's
to
why.
me. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I may have
Wow.
watched the oldest movie ever from 1908, but it's new because it's new to me.
I thought it was new. Wow. Shitty. Anyways, so do you want to ask the next question?
Yeah. There we go. This is positivity. We've been very negative this episode. We've been
Yes.
been a bunch of Grinches. Honestly,
we have.
honestly, but so what makes Steve Martin and John Candy's dynamics, dynamic, I guess it's just dynamic, work so well in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
Well, I think that because they are both great actors individually, and then they were both cast in this movie, both as main characters, which, Steve Martin has been a main character in his own movie. John Candy's been a main character in his own movie. So having them both be duo main characters really, gets this movie up. And I feel like that's why it's so...
It gets it up? Or is it having trouble getting up?
No, but like it's popping off because you have such good actors as the main characters great casting choices, both very funny people individually and differently. They're, they have like, they're just different people. So, like their comedy style may not be exactly the same, but having them together works very well. And it's funny because John Candy's always playing that, like, you can help me. What is it?
Doofus.
Like, lovable
less.
doofus. Yeah, like character. And then you have Steve Martin, who's always most of the time pretty serious,
Very uptight.
but has like funny, right, very uptight and got to stick up his ass. But then you come together, you have these characters come together, and John Candy gets a little more, reserved or like settled down because of Steve Martin's energy, and vice versa. Steve Martin starts to lighten up and see the good in people and like gives John Candy a chance because he has spent so much time with him. So I really do like that. And this is also a love story if y'all haven't realized
That's
either.
true.
So, yeah.
They sleep in the same bed together. They cuddle.
Yeah.
They have lovers squabbles where they're angry at each other for a little bit and they're not seeing each
Yeah.
other as much, but then they come back together and they go,
Yeah.
Steve Martin brings John Candy home for Thanksgiving dinner and shows him to his wife, being like, "This is my new bitch. Okay,
Yes.
you're done."
It's that same vibe. Like, he's like, it's giving Sloth from the Goonies. You're gonna live with me now, okay? It's like that kind of vibe. Like, he's bringing him home and he's like, we're in a polyamorous relationship. This is my boyfriend. I've met him. He's with us now. No
Planes,
question.
Trains, and Polyamorous.
And polyamory.
Polyamory.
Yes.
There you go. That's better.
Yeah. What do you think though? Why do you think their dynamic works so well?
I think because what you said, John Candy is the lovable, bumbling idiot that is unaware of how obtrusive he is, and Steve Martin is the very uptight, the fuse is he's always about to blow up. You're right. He's
always he's one step closer to the edge and he's about to break.
Yeah. I mean, it's a match made in heaven. You combine those
seriousness with playfulness, and you get this nice neutrality.
Yeah, I really, really like Steve Martin. He is very funny to me and everything that I've seen, especially if you've seen this movie. What's it called again? Like Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, I think it's called, with what's his name? Michael Caine?
I have not seen that. Okay,
well, they play like two scammers that work together. They like scam very wealthy people, pretend to be like aristocrats or something, and
sounds familiar.
There was one point where Steve Martin had to pretend to be paralyzed, like from the waist down. And at some point, the whole plot of the movie is Michael Caine and Steve Martin were partners in their scamming, but eventually they separated. But now they're competing to scam the same person.
Oh wow, that's
whilst
interesting.
also like pretending to be partners, but they're against each other. And so Steve Martin, a part of his scam is pretending to be paralyzed from the waist down. And since Michael Caine is like secretly his enemy, he like starts like stabbing him with needles on his legs to prove that he's paralyzed.
Oh my god, that's really funny.
And he has to just be like.
He has to pretend like it doesn't bother him. Yeah.
Steve Martin is a very, very, very
He's a great actor. He really is. He can do so much.
Can we briefly touch upon that goddamn show that Steve Martin has with
Selena Gomez and Martin Short?
Only Murders in the Building.
But I've heard really good things about it though.
I started watching the first season a few years ago, and I don't know. I just didn't continue for one reason or the other. But they pump out that show like it's nobody's business. They're already on like the 4th or 5th goddamn season.
But it must have good reviews for them to do that then, yeah?
They make that show like rent in that building is due all the damn time.
Yeah.
Like are they ever not working on that show? I don't understand.
How long are the episodes?
I don't remember. I really don't remember.
Hopefully 30 minutes, because how the fuck are they doing that?
Yeah, and the amount of people in this damn show, too. Every season, they add, like, 5 more of the biggest names you've ever heard. 5 more of, like, they have, like, Meryl Streep is in the show, I think. And they have Paul Rudd.
So this is, like, American Horror Story.
I mean, kind of. It's not an anthology.
Oh, it's a continuation.
Yeah, but... Crazy that, like, Steve Martin is busy.
Yeah,
he's
good
old.
for him. He's working for his coin. Yeah, he's got to get his money.
But that's an aside. I just think it's funny that they're working on that show. Like the rent in that goddamn building is due bi-monthly or twice a month. That's not bi-monthly, is it? Yeah,
bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly. Oh, like this episode or like this podcast.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we're only having one episode come out this month because it's Thanksgiving. So, Kinka, in your opinion, are these movies realistic at all?
No, honestly. But they don't need to be. I think they're better for not being realistic. If they were realistic, Joe Pesci and the tall motherfucker would have been dead about 3 minutes into the traps.
That is so fucking true. That's hilarious.
And I don't know.
Dead.
Like, did you notice this? Both these movies have moments where the characters turn into skeletons.
Yes! This is Looney Tunes, bro. Yeah. This is fucking a cartoon.
Yeah, in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, when they're going the wrong way and there's the two semis and they're going between it, they turn into skeletons out of shock. And
that's
what's his
so
name?
Funny.
Daniel Stern, when he's getting electrocuted, turns into a skeleton in Home Alone.
That's so
they're not realistic.
If 80s of them.
Yeah, if a character turns into a skeleton in your movie, it is not realistic.
Yeah, and if it is, there's something wrong. Is he under an X-ray? What's going on?
Yeah,
right?
but they don't need to be realistic. I think they're better for not.
Yeah.
I mean, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is mostly
Okay, but you know what I
realistic.
mean. I'm talking about like leaving someone the fuck at home. You know, your plane getting detoured or like delayed or canceled, and then you can't even
That's
then you can't
realistic.
find a hotel, so you gotta get like do it with some fucking random motherfucker, and then he washes his socks in the sink, and you
Washing
take a
the socks in the sink.
yeah. Then you
Sorry.
gotta share a bed with him, and he's reading books by lighter.
Yeah. What about
And
here?
yeah, just the whole like thing of this movie is the biggest streak of bad luck
Yeah.
for Steve Martin and I guess John Candy, but more Steve Martin because he's fucking pissed. You
Yeah,
know,
I
he's
mean,
like,
most of the travel delays are realistic. So for, remember the part when the train breaks down and they have to leave the train? That reminded me of The Happening. Remember when they're in the train in The
Oh
Happening and
my
then they have to get out
God.
in the middle of nowhere?
and they're like, where are we? What are we supposed to do? Blah blah blah. Everyone's so clueless in that movie.
Yeah, it should be called We Don't Know What's The Happening.
Yeah, what is happening? Yeah, like, oh my god. We've talked about every fucking movie besides these goddamn movies today, but yeah. So like I said, or like you said, I'll piggyback off of it. Obviously, the humor in it is supposed to be funny for all ages, right? In Home Alone, especially, but yeah. I mean, like I said, the streaks of bad luck are a little realistic. If, like I said, if that's what you're getting, you probably should not travel again. You need to go rub on a Buddha belly, go like do the little cat thing, something, do some lucky dice. I don't know. You know, you need to get some luck somewhere because it's not on your side.
Get a fortune cookie.
Yeah, do something. Get a tarot reading, figure it
Maybe
out.
not.
You know what I
Tarot
mean?
readings don't usually go well, at least in Phasmophobia.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so they're not really realistic. I guess in some ways they are. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is more realistic than Home Alone. But like I said, like you said, they're not meant to be realistic. But I don't know. There's something about like these movies that I want to be realistic. For instance, 16 Candles, very realistic. Breakfast Club, very
no one turns into
realistic.
skeletons in those movies.
No. So it's like, I don't know, like, it's hard to like, I don't know.
What about Ferris Bueller? It's been a while since I've seen it. Anyone turn into skeletons in there?
No, I don't think so. I don't like that movie.
No?
I'm sorry. I don't fucking like that movie.
That's
It's
fine
just
with
not
me.
good.
I'm not offended.
I just don't like it.
It's been a
Yeah,
long
but
time
like
since I've
everybody
seen it.
likes that movie. Everyone likes Home Alone and everyone likes Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I don't
I like Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Have you
What I-
seen that?
No. Once again,
Oh,
Fast
such
Times
a
at
good
Ridgemont
movie.
High, Dazed and Confused, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and Leaving Las Vegas are all the same movie to me.
No, they are not at all. Oh my god. That is so offensive.
Then kill me.
Fear and Loathing and Fast Times have nothing to do with each other. If you said Breakfast Club and Fast Times is similar, I'd say, okay, I could understand. They're at a motherfucking school. They're all in high school. I get it. But no. No, absolutely not.
Oh,
The
well.
only thing all these movies share in common is probably marijuana.
Well, there
that's
you
it.
go.
That's one thing.
It's a big thing.
Oh my god.
I would go even further, if I dare.
Okay,
Say, what
what?
movies did I even list so far?
Fast Times.
Fast Times,
Fear and Loathing,
Dazed and Confused, Leaving Las
and
Vegas.
then another. Yeah, I've never
and
seen.
then I'd
Leaving
also
Las
say,
Vegas.
what's it called? American Graffiti, and I would say, what is that fucking one called? I had
American
it in my head.
Graffiti.
Yeah.
You mean American Beauty?
American Graffiti?
I've never seen that. I don't even know what that is.
It's the movie George Lucas made before Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
Oh God, what is that other movie I was just thinking of? I can't remember. Oh well, it'll never come back to me ever again.
It's fine. It's fine.
American Graffiti is like mm, loosely based on like George Lucas's teenagedom. Uh,
Okay.
Northern California. He was like super into cars. So it's good. It's allegedly good. I saw it once when I was in high school and I found it pretty boring, but I think I'd appreciate it more
As
now
an
that I'm a
adult.
little older.
Right.
But Home Alone. Oh, yeah, I remembered the other movie. So
What?
leaving Las Vegas, Fear and Loathing, Dazed and Confused, Fast Times, American Graffiti, and Raising Arizona are all the same movie.
I don't even know what Raising Arizona is. I thought that was like a show or something.
No, Raising Arizona is like, and American Graffiti are the only movie of all, or the only two movies of all those that I've actually seen.
Oh, great. So,
So,
and
I'm an
those are the
expert.
two I haven't even. Yes, yes. Kinka always has an opinion about shit that he's never seen.
Raising Arizona is good. It's Nicolas Cage, and he and his wife are like very poor people. They live in like an RV, and they steal a baby from like the mayor of the town and try to
Oh,
like raise it. The kid's name is Arizona, and but
makes sense.
this I think it's like this mayor has like a bunch of kids, like triplets or something. So they think if they just steal one of the kids, they won't notice.
Oh, so it's Home Alone too, as well.
Yeah, yeah, it's a funny
Jeez.
movie.
It'll be out. It's already out.
It's been out
So
for
the
33 years.
we love that. So how about let's talk about the reoccurring actors in both of these movies. There's not that many, but it's good enough to know, I feel like.
True, I mean, Jonathan Candy.
Even though I can only think of one. Yeah. And then the taxi driver, Doobie.
Doobie, and I don't know, he was just some random cop in Home Alone. But
Yeah.
he was in
He's
Breaking
like
Bad and Barry later in his career. He's still alive, probably, hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in Barry what, in 2018. That's long enough for him to be dead now. That's so
Yeah.
fucked. Why am I saying that?
I mean, he was older back then, you know what I mean?
That's
So he's
true.
probably super old now. But
Yeah.
besides John Candy and Doobie, who else was in these movies together? Because I think that was just it.
I think that's it.
Okay,
Let me
so
look it
not
up.
a lot of, yeah, not a lot of reoccurring characters, but these are both John Candy movies, and I think that's interesting. I mean, they're not both John Candy movies. I think it's interesting how John Candy doesn't have a big role in Home Alone, but he has the biggest role in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It's just kind of funny. It's almost like he's like an extra in
Just,
Home Alone. It's
yeah.
kind of weird.
They could only
Yeah.
afford him for like a day and a half of shooting.
Yeah, he probably had something else to do.
Yeah. Do you remember? Remember the lawyer from Jurassic Park was in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh yeah, I love him.
Yeah.
Very cool. He's
That-
cool.
He's not recurring, but he was in it.
he'll be in it. Yeah, pretty cool. We love seeing people who have been in other big blockbusters
We love people
and being like, "Oh yeah, we've
successful.
seen him before." Yeah. Anyways,
success.
what would you rate these movies out of 5? Oof. I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll give you time to think.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. You go first, because then you can change
Yeah,
it based
because
on
I'm
what
gonna
I
change
say.
mine. Yes, exactly. So I'm not gonna change it this time, y'all. I swear. Okay. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I have to close my eyes and think about this. I would give it a 3.
Okay.
I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I like it. It's a cute movie. It's a good movie. Actually, I give it like a 3.2, 3.5 possibly. Yeah, I give it 3.5. It's a good feel-good movie. It's funny, it's cute, and I like it. 3.5 for Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And for Home Alone, I'd give it like a 2.5. I just don't give a fuck about it. It's all right. It's an okay movie. It's a holiday movie, so that makes it even further down the totem pole for me. But yeah, 2.5. I don't care.
Mhm.
What about you?
Well, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, I feel similarly. It's a solid 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
Home Alone, I don't like it that much, but it's a movie.
It's a fine
people
movie.
made it
It's
and
a
they put
fine
effort
movie.
into
Yeah.
it. I'd give it a 3-star.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, just my personal dislike. The craft of the movie goes beyond my personal dislike, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't like it, but I can't say it's a bad movie.
Right.
just
It's
don't
not a
give a
bad
single
movie.
shit
It's
about
just
it.
not my taste. Right. Yeah. It's just not my kind of Halloween. It's not my kind of Christmas movie. It's just. It's not even that Christmassy, bro. It takes place during Christmas. That's it.
I think it's pretty Christmassy. I disagree
Well,
with
where's
that.
Santa?
Santa's not real.
Okay, well, please don't say that. Anyways, don't say that. What if someone's listening who's a young person?
Santa's real.
You shouldn't be watching this pod if you are listening if you're young. Yeah. But no, it's like I guess it's a fucking Christmas movie, but it's like I'm just being a bitch. I'm sorry.
Honestly, you are, because everything about it is very Christmas.
I know.
There's
I
not
know.
the plot happens because it is Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, stop being a hater.
Yeah. Yeah, I am being a hater. I will admit that this one time I am being a hater. This is the only time I'm going to admit that, though. So now it's time to thank our patrons, since it's the season of thanks give me.
Thanks, give me money.
I'm just kidding. Ew. Yeah, so we wanted to give thanks because this is our Thanksgiving episode to hold on. Where the fuck are they? Wait. You know what? I can remember it off the top of my head. Fuck this. So we want to thank Sam Lenz and Mackenzie, Lucy Tunes and Voldemorty, Johnny Azul, Legend Gaming, Panda Bear, and Sam here. And
You missed someone.
And last but not least, not the most important, but someone so near and dear to my heart, Water Bucket. I love you. I love you all so much.
Woo!
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And thank you to Water Bucket and Johnny for being our top tier patrons. Our highest tier patrons. We appreciate that so much.
Woo! Yeah.
Yes. Thank
Woo!
you. We okay.
Yeah.
We give thanks to you guys for supporting us for so long. Are you kidding? You're amazing. Thank you so much.
Woo!
Where's your sound?
Yeah.
What's that sound that you
Oh.
got from Phasmophobia?
Yeah, I gotta play it on Discord. It's too
Yeah.
complicated to play it right now. I'd have to exit out a bunch of minimize and yada yada. I can play it for
Okay.
myself on my stream deck, but you wouldn't be able to hear it. Well, let me.
No, I won't hear it.
What? Something like that.
Yeah.
But
Anyways, thanks for watching. If you watched, this episode was not our best because we just did not like these movies that much. But, it'll be out and there's more movies to come. So stick around. Maybe we'll do some spooky movies for Christmas because I don't know how long I can go without doing a scary movie. Honestly.
do the Kevin McAllister.
Ah! When he always slaps his face and it's so cute.
Let's do the
He's
thumbnail.
so
I'm gonna do both
cute.
our faces like that for the thumbnail. I don't barely know how to make thumbnails. That's
We're
probably
not
not
even
gonna
gonna have a
happen.
thumbnail. Yeah, so it's fine.
Well, someone could screenshot that and do something with it. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh no.
Okay, don't screenshot and don't do anything with it then.
You just gave them the idea, so it's going to be screenshotted. I can already see what legend
Do me.
is going to chef up. I do not consent to have my picture edited.
Yeah,
There you
just
go.
do me. I don't care. Make me look
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
even more of a gremlin.
Yeah.
Anyways,
All right. Well,
we did it.
This has been Two Movies One Pod. Have a good Thanksgiving, and we'll see you guys soon.